And April 1st brought in some other changes today. The alcohol excise tax has also gone up. The tax rose 2%. It was supposed to increase by nearly 5% due to inflation. But last month, Ottawa announced a cap for the next 2 years. Small brewers and distillers say the higher tax would have hurt their bottom lines, which has already been affected in part by the rising cost of ingredients. And the minimum wage also went up today federally and in several provinces. CTV's Sarah Plowman is on this story. And Sarah, who is affected?
Sandy, whether or not the minimum wage is going up depends on what you do and where you live. Across Canada, the minimum wage for workers in federally regulated industries is going up 65 cents to $17.30 an hour. Ottawa says about 30,000 employees will get a raise because of this. The minimum wage is also going up today in all 4 Atlantic provinces and Yukon. Workers in Newfoundland and Labrador will see the biggest hike within Atlantic Canada, with a 60-cent increase, bringing the wage to $15.60 an hour. Here in New Brunswick, wages are going up 55 cents to $15.30 an hour. And in PEI, Islanders will see a wage hike of 40 cents and another hike again in October. Nova Scotia's minimum wage jumps 20 cents to $15.20 an hour, and in the Yukon, workers will have more than an 80-cent jump. Now, some people who I spoke with today on the street told me that the wage jump is not enough, but those representing businesses say today's change adds one more bit of pressure on small businesses.
It just adds more price pressure to their operations, and unfortunately, not a lot of them can absorb it and are going to have to pass that on to customers.
One professor points out how the U.S. minimum wage is much lower than the Canadian one at $7.25 an hour. And he points out how hiking the minimum wage pushes businesses to automate or want to hire fewer low-wage employees.
It destroys jobs. It destroys low-wage jobs.
An organization in Ontario tells me even with a hike to the federal minimum wage, it still isn't what they would consider a livable wage. Sandy.
Okay, Sarah, thank you.